Good evening, friends, and welcome to a very interesting session. In today's session, we'll be talking about the progress of the TCS case, as well as the fact that Karan Johar himself has landed in a very new embarrassment. What is this about? We'll be talking about that and much more. So, welcome, Jim. Welcome, Lena. So, coming to our first piece of news, and that is It's about Karan Johar. And Karan Johar was seen with the Devil Wears Prada 2 film stars Meryl Streep and Anne Hathaway during the promotions for this particular film. Now, Karan Johar revealed that he has watched the previous film over 200 times, and he expressed deep admiration for Meryl Streep's iconic character, Miranda Priestley. I have been channeling Miranda Priestley. He even joked about using her personality in his own boardroom decisions. So now, what is very obvious from the fact is that from his statements on this particular, film and the film stars involved in this, he is, like the typical, Indian left-leaning person who worships white people as gods, right? So that is what he is right now. He seems over polite. He seems taken aback. He sees white skin as something like gods. So that's how a person of his age and where he is right now. He is a senior filmmaker and all those things. So he should not be awed by such Hollywood superstars. So the thing is that Karan Johar, he is from the looks of it, he's facing some sort of inferiority complex, and also the fact that his past couple of films from Dharma Productions, is not doing well, right? It has not done well, in fact. So the films like Dadak 2, Kesari Chapter 2, Sunny Sanskari Ki Tulsi Kumari, Tu Meri Me Tera, and all these films have bombed at the box office, and that is why he does not know where to go, especially with the fact that to add more salt to the wound, Durandar Part 1 and Part 2 were huge hits, crossing 1,000 crores in box office collection, as we all know, especially with the fact that Aditya Dar is the one who is behind the success of these two films, making a wonderful film, both these parts. So, it is a huge blow for the ego of Mr. Karan Johar. Also, the fact that his show Coffee with Karan, it's not pulling in audiences to his show. He's not getting enough viewership. So all the viewership is better on Kapil Sharma's show, as we all know. So right now he does not know how to, bring back the success which he has enjoyed, before the COVID, right? So and also the fact that let's not forget that in his company Dharma Productions, that he has got a huge investment, right? And from the COVID guy, so Adar Poonawalla. So what is happening is that the audience of India, they have wisened up. They don't want the typical Bollywood Khan romance drama, right? Which is repeated over 1,000 times. So people have gotten fed up with it, and people want good content films, whether it is Malayalam films or Tamil films or Telugu films, film which has really good content and are based on facts, and also the fact that people, the very fact that stories like Kerala Story 2, stories like Kashmir Files, stories like Bengal Files, stories like Dhurandhar 1 and 2. All these are based on facts. People are welcoming with open arms these kind of films because it is based on facts and it is not propaganda, as many of the left wing journalists, many of the left wing social media trolls, they term all these films as propaganda, especially in states like Kerala. If you, on social media, on X, if you address the state of Kerala, saying that Kerala Files is a wonderful film, you will be trolled, and you will be you'll get all the four-letter insults from those so-called left wing Keralites. So this is something which because they are scared, because there were so many Kerala YouTubers who said that Kerala Story 2 was a propaganda. It was a fictional film. But ever since the past few days and weeks, ever since the TCS Love Jihad corporate jihad story has exploded all over the news channels, then where are they? Why are they silent? Why are the Bollywood actors and actresses not speaking about the TCS, Love Jihad story? Why are they silent? Why are the South actors as well not giving their comments on this particular case? So, friends, you can see that how the arms of the jihad, the arms of all the terrorist groups, the arms of the ISI are all inside India, whether it is white collared sleeper cells, people who are dressed as doctors, people who are dressed as engineers. All these people are sleeper cells, and that is the point 0.5 war inside India, which India's huge challenge is about, right? So let's move on to the TCS corporate jihad story. Welcome, Dhanashri. They are still trying to gaslight in articles as relationships gone wrong in TCS. Not Nashik BPO, but also other BPOs in Vashi, Airoli, Gurgaon, Pune, and other BPOs in Bangalore and Gurgaon should be scrutinized. Dhanashri, this is, all over India. Just because the wonderful police team in Nashik, they did a wonderful job exposing this case. Who knows? In other non-BJP ruled states, these things are happening in other MNCs and other companies. It will definitely be happening, because just because it has not come to media does not mean that it does not exist, isn't it? So how come corporate jihad in corporate offices, managements are not aware? This is very doubtful. Even placement agencies and placement consultants should be scrutinized by NIA agencies. Yes, this is a very valid point raised by Dhanashri, that placement agencies and placement consultants should be scrutinized. So, especially even the job portals, right, like Naukri and all those job portals also should be scrutinized, because they are getting resumes of all these individuals for the jobs, right? So even those kind of companies should be questioned, right? So there should be a lot of background checkups, not only with the multinational companies, but the placement companies and also the HR consultancy companies as well. So friends, if you do like our content, make sure to smash the like button and share this video with your friends. So coming to the next piece of news, friends, and this lady is on the run, and we all know her faces all over X, her faces all over Facebook, Instagram, and all the social media handles. Ever since the TCS case has exploded all over the TV and social media in India. Now, the TCS sexual harassment case at Nashik BPO is under investigation, and the company's HR manager, as we see in this picture, Ms. Nida Khan, has been named as one of the key accused and has reportedly gone into hiding. So she's on the run, and her photo is being circulated all over social media. and the kind of disgusting sexual harassment and misconduct which happened against the innocent female employees of TCS. We all know what has happened. Also, friends, that very this is very very serious indeed, that this lady Nida Khan has been associated with Dr. Shaheen Saeed, right, who is the key accused in the Delhi Red Fort blast case. So, if you remember, Dr. Saeed worked as a doctor in Al Falah University, and she was, very instrumental in the Delhi car blast case. She had links to Pakistan's terror-based group Jaish-e-Mohammed outfit. So you can see why the NIA is roped in this particular TCS case, because we know that this is a huge expose as to how all these jihadi groups are working inside India, and they have penetrated not only certain medical universities, but also the IT MNCs, and who knows that even in other companies, all these sleeper cells are very very active. So the NIA has a huge job in their hands, and you can see how the grooming gangs is not only in UK, but it is also inside India for a very long time. And people who call the Kerala story a propaganda, people who call Kashmir files a propaganda, people who call the Bengal files a propaganda. Where are all these so-called celebrities today? Why aren't they commenting anything about this particular TCS case, right? So you can see how the jihadi, community, the jihadi outfits inside India, and even the left wing lobby, they work hand in glove, isn't it? दानव और मानव को एक साथ रखा 1947 में. डॉक्टर अंबेडकर वॉन पॉपुलेशन एक्सचेंज करना होगा वरना कभी देश में. So yes, so this is what is happening, and you can see how the terror groups like Lashkar-e-Toiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, all these who are funded by the ISI of Pakistan, they are waging, internal war inside India. So how India fights this internal war is even more challenging than Operation Sindoor, friends, because you have invisible enemies, right? So this is the big challenge which Ajit Doval and also Amit Shah they have in their hands. So we will wait and watch how this story progresses, and it's quite good to see that many people on social media, talking their opinions on this, and also people sort of educating their daughters about this case. It is very very important, especially in schools and colleges, that awareness should be spread. Please do watch the interview of girls who have exposed the corporate jihad during the Kerala story. Yes, Dhanashri, many people try to suppress this particular interview as well in Kerala, especially. Also, friends, even the so-called mainstream media in Kerala, they are not giving coverage to this particular story of the TCS, right? It's quite obvious that why they are not doing so. Only I see, mainstream media, the English mainstream media of India covering this case, especially the likes of Arnab Goswami of Republic TV. He's doing a great job in this particular case, and hats off to him as well. So, friends, coming to the next piece of news, and it is not only TCS. This person you see in the picture is, if you have seen Shark Tank, right? He's one of the hosts of Shark Tank, and he is the CEO of Lenskart Piyush Bansal. Now, according to certain reports, a viral document is out, and he is in the another controversy in which the details instructions on the office dress code of Lenskart people has sparked a major controversy, highlighting that it didn't approve of bindi and tilak at the workplace but allowed hijab. So you can see this is also each and every day, all these discrimination based on religion in certain companies are coming out in the social media. Now, as this came out on the media, Piyush Bansal, the CEO, clarified that the policy document was inaccurate and didn't reflect the company's present guidelines. Around 12 hours after his first clarification, Piyush Bansal on X said the viral document was an outdated training note. It's not the company's HR policy. He said, admitting it wrongly mentioned Bindi Tilak, which was removed earlier. So, according to his statement, he has admitted that this was an outdated, training note. So, my question is, if it was an outdated training note, who made the training note in the first place, and how was it approved? Right? Even if it is outdated. So, this is how the so-called people, the so-called corporate heads, and the left-wing lobby, especially for people watching many episodes of Shark Tank, you have to ponder and wonder about what is really happening in all these certain corporate workplaces where Hindus are being targeted and discriminated against, isn't it? I am somewhat disturbed by the TCS case. Yes, Dhanashree, everyone is. Can't believe the educated girls falling. They drugged or some black jadoo. Yes, Savitri, and I do believe that all these employees who were exploited, they had some financial distress, or they were in a position which they needed this particular job, and they were henceforth they were blackmailed or something like that, and that is what could be the reason, right? Because from the information which I gathered is that all these recruiting in these companies, they also look for female employees who are desperate in terms of getting a job. So this is what the sad thing is. So this case is exploding all over the internet, and people, especially influencers as well on YouTube, are also covering this story of TCS to a huge extent. So let's wait and watch how whether justice will be served in India, whether this lady will be caught, and will there be some sort of rules put forth by against this thing happening again. What were the kind of background checks that TCS makes at this point of time? So all these questions, is should be answered. Who, whatsoever these girls are stupid. Oh my God, yes, Savitri ji. So now coming to the next piece of news, and we are talking about Mr. Akshay Kumar, and his latest film, is suffering because Durandar 2 is a huge success, and his film is just released. So, what is happening with both Bangla, Akshay Kumar's latest film? The release of this film has been delayed by a week due to box office storm that Durandar the Revenge created. Even with the release on Friday, many single screen cinemas have not yet opened bookings for this particular film. The issue stems from Jio Studios' demand that Durandar be given 50% of the shows in single screens, arguing that it is still performing well. So, Akshay Kumar's film, and this is backed by Ekta Kapoor. So you can see what a storm that the likes of Aditya Das film Durandar 2 has created. It has just whitewashed the propaganda that Bollywood or Urdu has tried to brainwash the whole Indian media that all the Hindu priests are villains and all Hindus are villains. For the past 20, 30 years, just two films have completely destroyed that perception that Bollywood wanted to push down the throats of us. So it's a very good thing, isn't it? And also the fact that people are getting so pissed off when Ranveer Singh he met the RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat. So all these things are happening, and we can see how even people in Bollywood, the top so-called power centers of Bollywood, like Karan Johar, they have to eat a humble pie. I have observed the pattern mostly in BPOs or call centers. Actually, they hire from not so good financial background, and there is no requirement for graduation. HSC girls qualify are easily hired. So you can see that Dhanashree from this itself that there is a certain agenda which has not been exposed, before this case, and now at least it is exposed as of now. But the question is, will justice be served? Right after all this proof, and with the NIA, SIT all over this case, will justice be served? Is the big question which one has to ask. Can such similar cases be prevented in the future, or what can be done by the parents of India to protect their daughters, to avoid being in such situations, right? So all these questions one has to ask aggressively. Now coming to the next piece of news, friends, and as we know, Mamta Banerjee is so nervous about the election in West Bengal, and that she is afraid that she is going to lose her power to the NDA and BJP. So right now, Mamta Banerjee has alleged that BJP is planning to plant bombs in West Bengal ahead of the upcoming assembly elections. And she made this claim during a politically tense period as election campaigning intensifies in the state. And uh, she is going neck to neck with the likes of Modi, Amit Shah, and she knows that she is losing the grip of West Bengal. But let's wait and watch. How uh, the result is, because we don't know until and unless the result of West Bengal election is pronounced. Let's see how the voters of West Bengal vote for, if they have learned their lesson, especially after the RG car incident, right? So let's see how things move forward. So friends, with this we call this a wrap, and I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, we make sure to hit the like button and hype button. Uh, Thanks for tuning in. Jai Hind and Jai Shri Ram.